how do you create your own NFT? So you can buy, but how do you create your own currency and basically content?
Well, so creating an NFT versus creating a currency are a little bit different.
Okay.
Creating an NFT, a non-fungible token, is as simple as making a piece of digital content and going to a platform and uploading it and minting it, whether it's on OpenSea or Rarible or many platforms that are out there. So literally that's a Google search away. I'll literally do it right now while I'm with you. How do I make an NFT? Literally, I'm putting this into Google, and sure enough,
I Googled that, but that's not my question. The question is like, what do I, for example, I want to trade into NFTs and I want to have, you have VFriends, you create your own original art and you sell it. So I'm talking from a product perspective.
From a product perspective, you're now asking a question similar to the late 90s when I was asked, well, how do I build a website? Well, I'm like, well, you go this, and then you would say, no, I know that part, but what? And then I'm like, well, I don't know. What do you want to do? I wanted to build a website in 1996 to sell wine for my dad's liquor store. Today, VFriends, if you listen to my content over the last decade, I've been very consistent around my fascination around intellectual property. My belief the whole time was I was going to go and buy it, that I was going to buy nostalgic intellectual property, right? Whether it was Smurfs or Scooby-Doo or a brand like a peanut butter or a sneaker. It's why I did the K-Swiss deal years ago. It was a nostalgic intellectual property. Once I saw what NFTs really were, I said, wait a minute, I don't need to go spend millions of dollars buying something. I can create something. 2 years ago, I even have the filming of this, which is great. I'll show it soon. I went down a very aggressive path of building out toys to put on people's desks called Workplace Warriors, which was me responding to the hundreds of thousands of DMs that I get a month from people having a bad day at work. And I said, a lot of people like to put, I walked around my office and many offices through the years, and people have all sorts of little toys, tchotchkes, things at their desk. I said, if all these things I'm passionate about, empathy, kindness, patience, accountability, all these characteristics, maybe I'll create these little characters, empathy elephant, patient panda, and it'll be a fun business. I can do my own Transformers, my own G.I. Joe, my own My Little Ponies, Cabbage Patch Kids, Power Rangers. So I was very excited about it. And I went down the path, and then I got sidetracked, and then COVID hit, and then here you are. So in December and January and February, when I was like, wait a minute, NFTs are really here, very on the precipice, I said, the only way I know how to learn, when I thought the internet was big, I launched a website. When I thought social media and content were going to be big, I launched Wine Library TV and became a personality. I would remember I was 30 years old before I ever put out a single thing on the internet. So I didn't grow up aspiring to have a notoriety or fame or be known. I'm a businessman. But I knew that if I wanted to be great at it, the only way I know how to learn is by doing. I don't read about push-ups, I do push-ups. I don't read about rock climbing, I rock climb. I don't read about, wine, I taste it. And so I said, I have to do my own NFT, otherwise I won't fully understand. And when it came time for me to think about what I wanted to do, which is different than anybody else, there was two things that emerged. One, I've always wanted to make these characters around empathy, kindness. I don't want Gary Vee to be the only vehicle and vessel for me to talk about the things that I believe in the world. And I thought that I could build an intellectual property. And number two, I have always wanted to throw my own South by Southwest, my own major conference. And so I tied the two together because I knew that the NFT projects that were coming out were only the art. And I wanted to show people that NFTs were much bigger than that the smart contracts could do things. So I decided to attach a 3-year conference, VCon, to the NFT. So not only do you get the collectible asset, and if the way I plan on over the next 45 years, build this intellectual property, if it's Mickey Mouse or if it's Bart Simpson or if it's Transformers, well, that NFT has tremendous value. But number two, it's an asset that people can come to the conference. And then I layered a third level, bless you, Maha. I added a third level, which was access, which I really think is quite scalable for everybody who's watching. You know, it's only a very small percentage of my project, but there's also the ability to play ping pong with me, or go to dinner with me, or have a group dinner with me, or do FaceTimes with me. I wanted to expand on what we've been seeing from Cameo, and I also know that what Roger Federer, or what Mo Salah, or what, the greatest pianist in the world, what she can do is she would see that and say, oh, wait a minute, my NFT, I can make 100 NFTs, beautiful piece of art, but maybe 2 of them are special. And those 2 come with a 1-hour lesson with me. And I think NFTs for every expert, every influencer, every personality is an incredible revolution that once they understand what it really is going to create fascinating economics.